Shin Chao everyone, my name is Tanvi Dikshit. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you a 7-day Vietnam itinerary. Let's dive right in. Before we get into this video, let me tell you that this particular itinerary will cover the popular touristy places including Hanoi, Hoi An and Ho Chi Minh City. I will be doing a whole separate video on how to create an offbeat Vietnam itinerary as well, but that will be a separate video. This one we stick to the popular touristy places. Now let's start with how to reach. Now you have two options. You can either fly into Hanoi and then come from north to south, or you can fly into Ho Chi Minh City and then go from south to north. I chose to do the first. I flew into Hanoi. Flight connectivity from India to Vietnam is great. Okay, it's fabulous. So from Mumbai itself, there are so many flights flying for Vietnam every day. The top two airlines that you need to look out for are Vietjet and Vietnam Airlines. Vietnam Airlines has excellent service, really clean flights and all of that. Vietjet is a budget airline, so the service is not as great, but you manage to find like really cheap flights. So if you're looking to do like a trip on a tight budget, Vietjet can also be a really good option. Now the journey from Mumbai to Hanoi will take you somewhere around 4.5 hours. It's a direct flight. So you take off from Mumbai, land in Hanoi. You can also similarly take direct flights to Ho Chi Minh City as well. Let us start this particular itinerary in the capital city of Vietnam, Hanoi. Now, Hanoi, as we all know, is the capital city of Vietnam, and the heart of the city, the hustling, bustling area of the city, is this part known as the Old Quarter. Now, my recommendation would be to live in the Old Quarter because then you're literally in the heart of everything. You have shops and cafes and restaurants and all of it, everything at a walking distance. So I stayed at this very cute hostel called Old Quarter View Hostel in the Old Quarter area of Hanoi. The Old Quarter has thousands and thousands of hotels and hostels, ranging from like the super cheap ones to like the super fancy luxurious ones. So depending upon your budget, feel free to stay at any of them. Most of them give you really good service, and if you want to have the ease of just like going around everywhere very conveniently, Old Quarter is the best place to stay. Coming to how much time to spend in Hanoi and the things to do, my suggestion would be you spend a minimum of 2 to 3 days in Hanoi. Hanoi actually is a very, very vibrant city. It has a lot of things to explore. So in the city area itself, you can easily spend 3 days. I would recommend 3 days is a good amount to properly see and experience the vibe of Hanoi. First things first, you need to do a walking tour of the Old Quarter. The Old Quarter, like I said, has a lot of cafes, restaurants and shops, but it also has a lot of places of historic importance, religious sites like the Bac Ma Temple and all of that. So a walking tour of the Old Quarter area in Hanoi is a must. Next up, a very unique thing that you can experience in Hanoi is going and watching a water puppet show. Now this is like any other puppet show except for the fact that these puppets sort of perform in a pool of water, and there are these like beautiful characters from Vietnamese folklore and mythology and all of that. There are creatures like dragons, and there's like people, there's farmers and animals and all of that, and they sort of narrate these stories from Vietnamese folklore to the beats of Vietnamese music. It's a very, very beautiful spectacle to watch, and it's something very unique. You don't get to see it elsewhere, so I would definitely recommend that. Next up is the Ho An Kiem Lake. This is a beautiful, serene space in the heart of Hanoi. The lake is so gorgeous, and all around the lake there's like this walking promenade where you can go for walks, you can run, you can cycle around the lake, and on weekends, I think on Fridays or Saturdays, there's this like open sort of walking street that happens close to the lake where you'll find street performers, you'll see Vietnamese plays happening and all of that. So it's a very, very fun place to hang out. Now, if you are someone who loves to delve deeper into the local history of a place, you can visit a couple of museums in Hanoi. You can make a stop at the Vietnamese Women's Museum. You can also visit the prison relic, which narrates the history of its war and occupation past. If you're someone who loves to go out at night, party a little bit, then Hanoi's Beer Street is a must stop for you. So it's this like tiny lane which is lined by small pubs and beer bars where you can just chill, sip a couple of local beers. There's very nice music, the vibe is super nice, it's bustling and it's lively. It goes on almost till like early hours of the morning, so you can basically do like a nice night out over there. And last but not the least, you need to visit the train street in Hanoi. Now I know that all of you have seen this particular street in videos and photos all over Instagram. So it's this like tiny train track which is surrounded by buildings, in which you have cafes and restaurants and bars, and then you sort of sit on the sides of the train track sipping your drink, and then you watch the train go past you. It's kind of a scary experience because you're literally like sitting right next to the train track. You can actually feel the wind in your hair, but it's an experience that you will not witness anywhere else. So definitely do that as well. Coming to things to eat in Hanoi, my favorite part ever. First things first, my most favorite dish in Vietnamese food is the Vietnamese pho, which is a rice noodle soup. Pho comes in two varieties, pho bo and pho ga, chicken and beef. So in Hanoi, I went to this restaurant called Met, which serves delicious pho, but trust me, pho you'll manage to find at every street corner, and most of it is equally delicious. Next up is a Hanoi specialty called bun cha. Now bun cha is a dish made of grilled pork, which is soaked in like a fish sauce broth. So it's like the soupy dish served with rice noodles and greens, and it is delicious. Next up is egg coffee. Now we all know Vietnamese coffee is just amazing, but Hanoi has the specialty of egg coffee, which has like raw egg beaten with the Vietnamese coffee, and it is sort of more than a coffee, it's like a dessert. It has this like meringue sort of a texture. It's really gorgeous. So you need to head to Cafe Din to try out their egg coffee. If you're going to try bun cha, go to Bun Cha Huong Lien, which is a great spot to dig into bun cha. Next up, another local specialty you need to try is this dish called chakka, which is a grilled fish made with turmeric and dill. It's a very unique flavor combination and something that if you're a seafood lover, you will love it. And last but not the least, banh mi. We all love banh mi sandwiches, don't we? It's a sort of remnant of the French occupation of Vietnam, but it's like so internalized in Vietnamese cuisine now that you'll find banh mi places everywhere. My personal favorite in Hanoi was Banh Mi 25. I literally went there every day for at least one meal, and I think you should do it too. And before we move on to Hoi An, another unique experience that you can do from Hanoi is a tour to the ever iconic UNESCO World Heritage Site, Halong Bay. So Hanoi is actually a very convenient place to go and do day trips to different places. Halong Bay is just a 2.5 to 3 hours drive away. So you can do a Halong Bay cruise just in one day starting from Hanoi. In the old quarter of Hanoi, you'll find multiple tourist booking offices which do all these day tours. So make sure you find the best bargain. I actually found a company that gives you tours for like $40 US, which is like dirt cheap. The cruise company will arrange for your pickup and drop off from your hotel or hostel. So you're picked up, you're taken to the Halong Bay, and then you go on a cruise. The cruise usually involves a beautiful seafood lunch, followed by a few water activities. So there's kayaking. They'll usually take you to some island where you can go swimming or snorkel a little bit, or you can, hike up to a beautiful viewpoint where you can see like pristine views of the bay, and then you're dropped off back again in Hanoi in the evening. So you can't go to Vietnam and not experience the bay. So you should definitely do this one day back Halong Bay tour experience from Hanoi. Our next stop on this itinerary is the beautiful city of lanterns and my favorite place in Vietnam, Hoi An. So according to me, the perfect amount of time to spend in Hoi An is 2 days because the town is pretty small and it's enough to cover most of the major attractions. Now let's begin with how to reach Hoi An from Hanoi. Now there are multiple ways in which you can go to Hoi An from Hanoi. The top two would be first, of course, flying to the Da Nang airport, which is the closest airport to Hoi An. This flight is about 1.5 hours and it's your quickest way to reach Hoi An because the road or rail journey takes a lot longer. How I went, because I wanted to save up on some money, I decided to take a bus from Hanoi to Hoi An, which was quite a long bus ride. It was somewhere around 16 to 18 hours. It was an overnighter bus, although the bus was super comfortable, so the journey is not a problem at all. But in case you were short on time, definitely take a flight, which is just 1.5 hours to Da Nang, and from Da Nang to reach Hoi An is just about 40 to 45 minutes. So that's not a bad option at all. So Hoi An is a UNESCO heritage site, again. And like if you want to explore the city and soak in the vibe, I feel like the Old Town is the best place to stay. I stayed at this hostel called Snapstay, which was again a budget-friendly hostel, very social vibe, very vibrant place, and super clean and affordable dorms. So that was a great place. But again, you have multiple hostels and hotels. Scattered across the city. Another hostel which is really great is this place called Fuse, which has hostels in both Old Town as well as by the beach. So you can, choose where to stay depending on what vibe you're looking for. If you are looking more to experience the beach vibe, go surfing a little bit, then you can also choose to stay at a property closer to the beach. Coming to things to do when you're in Hoi An, first things first. Hoi An is situated along the Thu Bon River, and of course, it's the city of lanterns. So the first thing you need to do is experience a beautiful lantern lit evening while you sail on the river. Now, the river has all of these beautiful boats, lantern lit boats, which are sort of cruising on the river. So you should go for a boat ride. I know it's a very touristy thing to do, but trust me, you will love it, okay? There's also a custom where you actually light a lantern and then you sort of leave it in the water along with a wish that you make, and it is believed that your wishes come true. So, you can go ahead and try that as well. There's a Japanese covered bridge across the river. So you can walk across the bridge. Both sides of the river actually have promenades where there's like street food and there's music, there's bars, shopping, all of that. So I think the Old Town area itself is so beautiful. You can literally just spend 2 whole days over there. Next up, roasteries. Now, Hoi An, Old Town has like a really good mix of cafes. There is this one place called Hoi An Roastery, which serves beautiful coffee. There's another place called Reaching Out Tea House, where all the servers and the staff are differently abled people, and it's a beautiful space. So you should definitely go cafe hopping in the Old Town of Hoi An. Okay, coming to another highlight of Hoi An. Hoi An is actually the tailoring capital of Vietnam. So all across the town you will find tailor shops. Like literally every second shop is a tailor shop, and you can get perfectly beautifully tailored suits, dresses, gowns, you name it, and they can tailor it for you. Oh, and I think I forgot to mention it, but most of these outfits you can get them tailored in under 24 hours at ridiculously affordable prices. So this is something you should definitely do. Some really popular tailoring shops are Yala and BB, but I actually wanted to get something made out of linen, so I went to this store called Lime Store, which is known for their high quality linen and tailoring. I actually got a oversized suit jacket and trousers made out of beautiful beige linen, and it was amazing. Also at like super affordable prices. So if you're like building up your office wardrobe, I think it's a great place to do that. Also, you can get dresses and gowns and whatever you want to tailor. Just take a design with you, pick a fabric, and they'll get it done for you. Now, a unique experience that you can actually have in Hoi An is going for a lantern making workshop. Since it's the city of lanterns, a lot of places offer these lantern making workshops. So these workshops, you can spend a fun like 3-4 hours there, and you'll do everything right from constructing the bamboo framework to putting the fabric, painting it the way you want to. So you can actually take back a very personalized sort of lantern with you, and you can also take them as gifts for your friends and family. Another unique experience that you can go for here, which I also went for, is going for a cooking class. So these cooking class experiences usually will have you with a bunch of people cooking some local Vietnamese dish, and then they'll also include like a boat ride or another experience in the class itself. So this is another thing you can try. Moving on to what to eat when in Hoi An. First things first, you have to try out the Hoi An specialty called Khao Lao. Now, khao lao is a dish made of braised pork, served in like a soupy broth with thick, chewy rice noodles and lots of greens and bean sprouts. It is extremely flavorful, and if you love to eat pork, you'll absolutely enjoy it. I also tried their iced yogurt drink, which was very, very interesting. So it was like yogurt with ice and flavored with a little bit of orange. zest, which was a very interesting flavor combination. Now moving on to Komga. So Hoi An is really famous for its fried rice. So Komga is the Hoi An style chicken fried rice, which is also amazing. You can also try stir fried morning glory. Now morning glory is a vegetable, is a green vegetable in the spinach family. So you can also try stir fried morning glory with a side of rice. So a couple of more things that you can try in Hoi An are their white rose dumplings and banzeo, which are like Vietnamese pancakes or crepes maybe. I don't know the perfect way to describe it, but you have to try it. And finally, let's end this itinerary by spending our last couple of days in Vietnam in Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon. Now, if you ask me, Ho Chi Minh City was actually my least favorite place in Vietnam, in the sense that Ho Chi Minh City is just a big city. Like, it has that really big city vibe, but it doesn't have as much character as Hanoi does. So I would recommend that you spend more time in Hanoi as compared to Ho Chi Minh City. Although Ho Chi Minh City also has its highlights, which you should not miss out on. So I would say 1.5 to 2 days in Ho Chi Minh City is more than enough for you to basically just, visit these main highlights of the place. Now let's start with how to reach Ho Chi Minh City from Hoi An. You again have a couple of options. First option, of course, is taking a flight from Da Nang to Ho Chi Minh City, which is the quickest way. The flight is about 1 hour 20 minutes or 1 hour 30 minutes. And if you are short on time, that's definitely what you should do. Now, the road journey from Hoi An to Ho Chi Minh City is quite a long one. It's like a 22-hour, 25-hour bus ride. Which I did again to save some money because I was on a budget trip. But yeah, it is a very long journey and it's going to be quite uncomfortable. So if you're not in the mood to, spend those many number of hours in a bus, I would recommend you skip it and just take the flight. It's the easiest option. But the bus journey also is available in case like you want to save up on some cash and you have another like extra day on your hand. So once you reach Ho Chi Minh City, where do you stay? Now I stayed at this very cute hostel called Mobilet Saigon Hostel. Ho Chi Minh City is actually a very big city, so you can pick and choose the area you want to live in depending on the activities you want to do. There is again a bunch of different hostels and hotels, and like the options are endless really. So depending on but the city is quite big and there's a lot of traffic and all of that, so I would suggest you plan your things to do first and then find a place that's closer and more convenient for you to do all of those things. First things first, one really important place that you need to visit when in Ho Chi Minh City is the War Remnants Museum. Now I don't know if you're aware, but Vietnam has a long history of wars, the French occupation, the American war. Like the Vietnamese have really gone through a really tragic war history, and this museum kind of displays that entire journey of the Vietnamese people as they went through all these wars, but their resilience, how they overcame the war heroes, the damage that Agent Orange did, and how they sort of eventually sort of bounced back in spite of all this occupation and war history. The museum is very heavy because it kind of takes an emotional toll on you, but I feel like if you're going to a place, it's very important for you to be aware of the historic past of the place, and I feel like this is a must visit. A couple of more places that you can also visit while in Ho Chi Minh City is the Independence Palace, the Ben Thanh Market. Now, if you want to shop for some local goodies, souvenirs, eat some street food, all of that, so the Ben Thanh Market is like a good mix of all of that. It's this huge market, aisle after aisle, selling goodies. Also a great place if you want to bring back some souvenirs like fridge magnets or the Vietnamese hat, like I did. Apart from this, there's also this building which is full of cafes, like literally the entire building, top to bottom, has cafe after cafe after cafe. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I'll try to, put the name here in the final edit. So you can go there as well and like cafe hop sort of. And last but not the least, another very unique experience that you should have when you're in Ho Chi Minh City is going on a day tour to Cu Chi tunnels. Now, Cu Chi tunnels are a very interesting underground tunnel formation that was built to sort of hide the Vietnamese soldiers during the war, and just the construction of the tunnels and how tiny they are, and like the tour actually lets you enter the tunnels and like sort of navigate through them, and it's like an experience in itself, and you actually get to visualize how the soldiers must have felt when they were actually hiding out there during the war. So if you have an extra day on your hand, I would definitely recommend. It's a little further outside the city, so it'll take up your whole day, but it's totally worth a visit. Another fun, unique experience that you can do is a visit to the Mekong Delta. Now, Mekong Delta is this sort of network of rivers and canals and all of that, which has floating markets, and it's a whole experience in itself. Sadly, I didn't have the time to do it, but if you have the time, definitely go for it. It's a little further out from the city, so you'll have to plan it out. You can also combine it with your Kuchi Tunnel tour. A lot of tour operators sort of offer you combined day tours of these two. Coming to the food in Ho Chi Minh City, now you'll find all of your items such as pho and bun rio and banzeo and all of that, but they're just made in a slightly different way as compared to the north. You can try the Saigon style noodles. Okay, coming to coffee, if egg coffee or coconut coffee is the most popular drink up north, when you come to the south, you'll see this thing called salt coffee everywhere. Okay, so every cafe will give you salt coffee, and it's a very, very delightful beverage. So it's like coffee, like Vietnamese coffee with condensed milk and ice and salt. It has like this very rich salted caramel kind of flavor. So I'm sure you'll like really enjoy it. So if you're anything like me and you enjoy trying out street food wherever you go, I actually did a food tour with this company called Guru Walks, and we ended up going to 7-8 different street food places in Ho Chi Minh City and tried out some local food. So that was super fun. So yeah, that was Ho Chi Minh City. Before I end this itinerary video, I want to just give you a couple of pointers about just travel in Vietnam. So while you're in Vietnam, whether it's to roam around in Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh or Hoi An, or to get from airport or bus station to your residence, Grab taxis are your best bet. Grab has a really good network of taxis and Grab scooters as well. So if you're on your own, you can definitely just take a Grab scooter. That's what I did at most places. And if not that, if you're in a big group, you can also go for a Grab taxi. They're super affordable and they're available all throughout the major cities. Coming to the language, while in the more remote parts of Vietnam, a language could be a problem. I found that in Hanoi, Hoi An and Ho Chi Minh City, everyone pretty much spoke English, so it wasn't a problem at all. And Vietnam felt super safe. Even as a solo female traveler, there was no point where I felt unsafe or, like I had to be on my guard. It was super, super safe and super affordable. Like, because the conversion of the Vietnamese dong to Indian rupee, you find most things you'll find that they're super cheap, right? So as an Indian traveler, if you go to Vietnam, it's amazing because you don't have to think before spending. Like, most of your meals will come to about 200 or 250 Indian rupees, which is dirt cheap when you actually think about how much you spend for a meal if you eat out at a restaurant in India. So Vietnam, for me, is one of my most favorite destinations I've been to till now. I've already been there 2 times and I'm definitely going to go back again. So I really hope this itinerary helped you. Now, I have given a rough 7-day itinerary, but you can of course modify it to a 5-day or a 10-day depending upon how much time you have available with you. In this video, I've covered the more popular touristy places, but I'll be making a whole other video where I talk about an offbeat Vietnam itinerary. So please do come back and watch that as well. If you want to stay updated with all my videos, please, please, please hit the subscribe button and stay notified whenever my next video drops. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is me, Tanvi Dikshit, signing off for now. I'll see you in the next one.